Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and today I'm going to talk about Mystery Science Theater 3000, episode 1307, Gamera versus Jiger. This is a Jonah and the Bots episode, and the first Gamera episode since when Joel was hosting regularly, which is a pretty big deal. This was an interesting one in that I both liked certain decisions, and I was also thinking, do I like it more when they review newer stuff with Jonah, specifically with that crew? Now, part of me thought that. Another part of me thought that was stupid because I was laughing and having a good time. I do sometimes feel like when I review these, it's weird to review a show that's a bunch of people watching a movie. And I do think I probably am less critical because I'm watching the show, with a beer after a long week or something like that. So it being there, I'm happy in a sense. So maybe I notice people are sometimes more critical than I am about this stuff. No, I am a critic. I just really like the show, I guess. I did still have a lot of fun. Everything about the Expo was hilarious. They kept making fun of Expo, which apparently I learned later that there was an agreement with the Expo that Gamera and Jiger couldn't destroy the Expo, which is pretty funny. I don't get the Expo World Fairs thing. I used to be kind of fascinated by them when I was a kid. Like, why don't we do that anymore? And watching this was like, because they're really dumb. I used to watch Gamera with my brother on TNT or TBS. They used to play them on like weekday mornings in the summer. And I think we used to sing a song like I Ate the Camera instead of Over the Gamera theme, which I don't think makes any sense. I don't know what that joke was, but they're really good at doing a Gamera film. I would say like it's probably pretty good fodder to come back to, even with Jonah. I also like Jonah directed this episode, and I've noticed he's done this a couple times, but maybe it's more heavily in this one. Maybe I noticed it more. Is he'll be sort of joking around with him and the bots like they're friends, and I think that actually helps with his whole persona, because I do get they're like almost on even, like sort of like Mike but not, and I sort of like that, like they're sort of joking around in the theater, like they're for real riffing, not reading off a script and doing the Mystery Science Theater thing. I think they bounce around between it, and I don't think, did Gypsy not come into the theater? I don't think she did, or GPC 1? Anyway, I can't think of it now. But yeah, you got a sense you're watching like a movie with your bros or something, and I quite actually liked how well he was able to break that down, both as a performer and a director. I thought it was a smart choice, actually. I like the segments, particularly I like the thing at the beginning where the telegraph to tell people are telling the truth about watching a TV show, which I thought was funny, and seeing Dr. Donna Phoebius, I think, come back. That X-rays was cool. In the beginning, they do make another Mike reference. I feel like I'm going crazy here. I'm like, so is Mike coming back? Like, is that happening? I feel like you bring it up a lot for a show that I have yet to hear if he is, but I was like, it'd be cool if he did. I would want him, Trace, and Kevin, but I would be fine with him, Kevin, and Bill Coy, like basically riff tracks. I don't know why I needed to say all that. But yeah, they reference it a lot. This kind of worked for the newer crew, being an older film. I did sometimes think maybe they don't gel as well with a film like this than they do like a film that would randomly play on the USA Network at 3 a.m. Seems to be more their vibe. But at the same time, like, would have been better if Joel did this one and Jonah did Demon Squad. I semi think that. It was still a decent enough episode. I don't think it's one of the standouts as much, but all the Expo jokes were fun. They did do a good job of having like continuity and familiarity. Having a kind of wake for Jiger was really funny at the end. I still had a good time with it. I still think it's really good. I think they're definitely hitting a new peak and stride as Baron, Hampton, and Jonah all together. I think they really have good chemistry as a group. Yeah, I enjoyed this episode. I don't think I felt the need to rewatch it again, but I liked watching it the first time quite a bit. I think Jonah as a director has really come and shining through. I'm curious who's going to be the next one and if it's true about the ending and everything like that, but we'll see. And it's so weird that isn't Patton Oswalt definitely the most famous person on the show, and he's like definitely a second banana. I find that very interesting. But Gamera vs. Jiger, it's I think it's close to other ones they've riffed and have been on the show. This was let's say a solid episode that felt quite a lot of times like it wouldn't work, but it did. And what's interesting is I think the Demon Squad one with Joel, it was sort of a weird chemistry because they're not all together. I know a lot of people didn't like that, and it probably was not one of the stronger episodes of the season. And this one was more of a solid performer, where it's you got a good episode. I don't think this is a standout. Gamera coming back is a big deal and all that stuff, and I would be fine with another Gamera episode, but this is not the standout. Munchie was. Oh, hey, at the end, I wanted to say, I got this cool shirt from Ryan Wolterson. I need to wear this in the next Mystery Science Theater video, but I wanted to show it off because, hey, I did survive Munchie, so. Alright, so if you have seen Mystery Science Theater 3000, episode 1307, Gamera vs. Jiger, then comment below in the comments and subscribe if you would like to.